Welcome, warriors. There is a school of boxing that was forged in isolation, developed behind an iron curtain, and designed with one purpose: total domination through scientific precision. We are talking about the Soviet style. It's the style that turned boxing into a game of chess, played at lightning speed. Today, we are cracking the code. We're breaking down the mechanics, the footwork, and the mindset that created some of the most feared fighters in history. Let's dive into the Soviet boxing tactics. To understand the style, you have to understand its roots. After the revolution of 1917, boxing in the USSR wasn't about prize fighting or money. It was banned as a professional sport. Instead, in 1918, it was introduced to the military. It was used to build mental and physical resilience. Because they were isolated from the rest of the world, they didn't copy the American pro style. They built their own system from the ground up, treating boxing like a science, specifically biomechanics. Along with gymnastics and wrestling, it became a holy trinity of Soviet sports dominance. The first pillar of this style is the relaxed punch. Western boxing often talks about sitting down on punches for brute force. The Soviet style prioritizes the snap. If you press your fists against your chin and tense up, you are slow. Soviet coaches teach fighters to let their hands hang free. They don't rely on muscle tension, they rely on the kinetic chain. Watch the movement. It starts with the rotation of the feet, turns the hips, engages the core, and extends the arm. The body moves as one unit. The muscle only stiffens at the very last millisecond of impact. This allows them to punch efficiently without gassing out, generating knockout power that looks effortless. If you see a fighter constantly bouncing, you're looking at the Soviet influence. This is the pendulum step, or in Russian, the 𝐀𝐚𝐨𝐿. This constant rhythmic bouncing isn't just for show. It serves a dual purpose: offense and defense simultaneously. 1. It allows the fighter to transfer body weight into the punch instantly. 2. It allows them to exit the danger zone immediately after striking. They don't stop, punch, and then move. They punch while moving. This makes distance management a nightmare for their opponents. They are in range to hit you, and by the time you swing back, they've already bounced out. Now, let's look at their unique weapon, the long guard. Soviet boxers often keep their lead hand fully extended. This acts as a rangefinder and a barrier. It blinds the opponent, controls the pace, and stops them from closing the distance. But here is the deadly adjustment: the long-range hook. Most boxers are taught to hook with a bent arm at close range. Soviet boxers master the horizontal hook with a straight arm, often with the thumb facing in. This subtle change allows the fist to loop around the opponent's guard from a distance where they think they are safe. It's a technique that catches even the best pros off guard. Combine the footwork with the hands, and you get their signature volume. They are relentless. They rarely throw single shots. It's always flurries of 3, 4, or 5 punches in a rhythm. They use the pendulum step to enter, unleash a combination, and exit on an angle. This dance-like aggression prevents the opponent from setting their feet to counter. It is death by 1,000 cuts, delivered with surgical precision. Finally, the most underrated hallmark of the Soviet style isn't physical. It's psychological. We call it cold blood. Soviet-style fighters are famous for their stoic demeanor. They do not get emotional. They do not show pain. They treat the fight like a job. This lack of emotion allows them to stick to the game plan perfectly, regardless of the chaos in the ring. When you can't read fear or anger on your opponent's face, it is deeply discouraging. From the pendulum step to the cold-blooded mindset, the Soviet style remains one of the most effective bases in combat sports history. It proves that boxing is not just about who is stronger, but who is smarter. How do you interpret the Soviet style? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to master the science of fighting, make sure to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next one, warriors.